Hey, beautiful souls. Whether you're single or in a relationship, this intuitive love tarot reading is meant to find you. If you're new here, welcome to Universal Wisdom Tarot. And if you're returning, thank you so much for being here again. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe for your ongoing spiritual guidance. Let's take a deep breath together and settle in, friends, as we uncover the insights and lessons meant for your highest good. Ready to see what's unfolding? Let's dive in. Hey there, Cancer. This is your general intuitive love reading, and it's good for about 4 weeks from the time that you'll watch it. I've already asked for blessings for this reading, so what we're going to do is let's just dive right in and see what the cards want to reveal. All right, Cancer. Now, I have to say I love the cards on the table, particularly this first row. This is your current general energies. You definitely have a beautiful outcome here as well. It's a question of the challenges this month, and we'll get into that in a little bit. But I feel like there's someone, either your feelings or someone else's feelings. Either they're not clearly expressed, or there's some doubt there or some worry that something is not being acknowledged. Okay, I feel like there's a relationship here that feels safe. It's emotionally safe. It's beautiful. It's intuitively aligned. But then what happens is you start to doubt it or to question it. And I feel like it's really important for you to be listening to your inner voice here as to the outcome, and certainly to how to deal with this energy for the cards that are on the table here. And then, to already know about, to pay attention to sort of what you already know about yourself, but also what you already know about this other person. Whether this is a new relationship for you or you're in an existing relationship, it's really important to do that. Now, I'm going to start by saying, first of all, your current general energies, I'm loving them. I mean, you have this fulfillment oracle card that has clarified by the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. All right. So, I mean, here's a couple, like right here, right? You got the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. And you're either one of those energies or you're the other one, or you could be a little bit of both, okay? And the other person is one of those energies. But usually when I see a pair of court cards that come out like that, like a king and a queen, it's definitely a pair of people that I'm feeling here. And when they're the same suit, okay, and they are, because they're both wands here, I think it's even a stronger energy here that, it's a sign for me as reader that this is like a divine couple. It's a divine couple because there's fulfillment here. It means it's almost like a really perfect relationship which is why I find it's very interesting about what your challenges are here with the transformation and why this doubt starts to linger. It's like, or it starts to come into play and it starts to interject itself in something that's really a good relationship. Now, or a potential good relationship if you're single and looking for somebody, okay? Now, excuse me, apologies, I'm suffering with something, I'm coming down with something, so I'm going to do my best here. I hope my voice lasts throughout this. This is a really powerful energy that's on that in that first row here. Okay, really powerful energy and a really powerful alignment. So, because fulfillment is all about finding your bliss, right? It's about finding happiness and being fully and deeply in that relationship without any hesitation. And you know, I'm very happy for you, Cancer. That's why I'm a little bit surprised about the other things that I see here on the table, but you know, everybody's situation is different, so take it how it resonates. Um, I'm feeling like if you're in a couple, then this is really your time to cherish that relationship and enjoy it for what it is. Now, if you're single, I'd say this is also a great time to start a new relationship. That's what the cards are indicating, or to be looking for somebody who you want to spend your life with, because fulfillment is an excellent omen for a really, really great outcome, right? And the King and Queen of Wands together, right? That's like magnetic energy, especially because they're of the same suit, all right? So either you are in a relationship that is quite magnetic, or you're looking for that magnetic energy, all right? Or you see somebody who potentially has that magnetic energy with you. Okay, so this first column here of cards, this is all about confidence. It's about passion. It's about mutual attraction. And if you're single, then you're looking to step into a more confident version of yourself or a more magnetic version of yourself. Okay, now for some of you, you might be shedding some, old emotions, some old fears or illusions around love. And that's where this comes into play. Okay, because we get into the second row here, and this is your transformation, and that's clarified by the Moon and the Queen of Swords, right? So what's transformation? Transformation is change, right? So if you're in this great relationship, you're looking to change. And why are you looking to change? Because either there's some doubt there, or something's come to the surface. Okay, some kind of clarity might come to the surface that you weren't unaware of. All right. This is where things get really real. All right. Now, if you're single and this is what you're searching, then this is important as a heads up. Okay, let's call it that. The transformation is like a heads up. All right. This is where the Moon kind of brings some old fears back, or your subconscious is niggling at you and it's trying to tell you something. The Queen of Swords is like, it brings clarity, it brings truth, and it brings some kind of emotional honesty to the forefront. So the challenge here is really, transforming and getting some understanding as to what is going on from that fulfillment into sort of the challenge here. All right. I find this to be a very interesting read. I wish I knew more about people's personal situations, because it would allow me to dive in even more and get to the root of things. But, being what it is, this is a reading for the collective. So let's just say that, there's a need here to use your discernment, maybe to, I don't know, maybe to communicate more, to find out what comes to the surface. The universe is saying it's really important for you to speak your truth, all right, without shutting down your heart. That's really, really important, okay? Because transformation comes from balancing both the intuition and the logic, all right? And that isn't always easy to do, Cancer. Let's face it. And I get it. And, I get that's why these cards are in the resistance position too. And I'm kind of glad they're in the resistance position and not your outcome. Because your outcome is quite clear. It's illumination. It's illumination clarified by the Nine of Cups and the High Priestess. So this discernment and whatever this was, whatever comes out of this is what your illumination is. You're going to see something for what it is. And that's actually really nice energy, to see something for the truth of it. Because if it's wonderful, bonus. And if it's not wonderful, then it's good for you to know and to see it now rather than see it when it's too late. Okay? So you have the Nine of Cups as the first clarifier there, right? That's emotional satisfaction. That's a wish fulfilled. That's contentment. That's joy. And the High Priestess says sort of that this comes from your inner, I want to say your inner deep knowing, okay? So your spiritual alignment comes from trusting your intuition, all right? And, if you are single, then there's an important message here for you too, which is like, don't ignore your intuition. Don't ignore what your gut is telling you about something. That's like saying don't believe your lying eyes. Okay? And you don't want to do that. We don't want fear to speak louder than truth. All right? The Nine of Cups is, like I said, it's a wish fulfilled, but it's a heartfelt wish. All right? That's going to be fulfilled here. And so, the High Priestess says when it's right, it's right. Okay? And you'll know it. You'll feel it. You won't have to chase it. You won't have to question it, right? Like what you're doing here in this doubt, fear, Queen of Swords. I need the truth. I need to dig, right? You should be able to know it. You'll see it. You'll feel it. You'll recognize it. You don't need to question it. And, you'll know it's right when you feel calm, when you feel emotionally nourished, right? Now, I do also feel off of this illumination card that you're very protected, that your ancestors are protecting you, that your guides are surrounding you at this time. So, nobody's going to come in and take advantage of you if that's what you're worrying about. Don't worry about that. You're definitely being supported by your ancestors and those that are on the other side. They're definitely guiding you towards something better, my friends. Even if you can't see yourself what's ahead. Okay? They're going to be showing you the light, and they're going to be illuminating that way for you, and that's a really, really beautiful thing. The last thing I'm just going to sort of say here about this reading is that real fulfillment comes from honoring both your heart and your inner wisdom, right? So you take both into consideration here. And, transformation kind of clears, the emotional fog. So if you're having some kind of a fog emotionally, it'll pass, right? It'll pass. And illumination is going to come through. It's going to bring you joy. And it's going to bring you the certainty that I think you're looking for, or that you feel you need. And you already know what's right, okay? So just trust it. Just trust it and trust your gut. That's where I'm going to leave your reading, and I hope something resonates. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you again very soon. Until then, please know I am, as always, wishing you divine light and love.